Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Aditi and you're watching Mind of Motivation. Today's topic is going to be about what to do before we criticize someone and how we can talk about our own mistakes first before we do that. So I hope you enjoy. So as I said before, today our main topic is going to be about criticizing someone and how to incorporate our own mistakes into it. So we all know that one person, and we may even be that person who needs some improvement on something. After all, we all need improvement. And you may be wondering how to say this. Now you can be that person who straight up says it, like, hey, you need improvement on this. And some people might take it negatively, the way that you're giving feedback. So you may have heard of constructive criticism. But in the end, you're trying to provide some feedback and you may be wondering how to do it the right way so that they can get the right results. We know criticism is important for growth, but the way that we say it matters. So when we give criticism to someone, our main goal is for them not to feel like they're being scolded at, because that doesn't encourage them much. You don't want them to feel singled out, because they'll feel like no one else has made mistakes before, and we all know that's not true. But you do want them to realize that there's a better way that they could have done what they did. What if I told you that there was a way you could incorporate all three of these things that I said by just adding one more part to your criticism? Well, there is. All you have to do is say that you've made mistakes before too. And you make the other person feel like a little bit more superior so that they know that they've been doing the right thing until now. But you're also going to provide them some feedback so they know how to improve. Here's an example you could use when you're talking to someone else. You have made a mistake, but not as bad as the ones I have made before. I have made many mistakes. You were not born with judgment. That comes with experience, and you are way better than I was at your age. I have done silly things too, and I may have little rights to criticize someone. But don't you think it would have been better if you had done it this way? You can see how in the beginning I established that I've made mistakes before too, and that person is somewhat better at what they do than I am, but they could still improve in one area. So an example that happened in real life with me is the other day I was talking to my brother about grades, and I immediately approached him with anger, and I asked him what was happening. I guess now that I think about it, I should have asked him what he thought and what he was actually experiencing. This made him feel like I was only approaching him with anger and not looking at the good things that he's done. I should have celebrated his good grades first and appreciated him for what he's done, and then talked to him about what he could improve on eventually, and to tell him to try his best. I shouldn't have made him feel like he was the only one making mistakes, because I've made mistakes too. So in everything that I just said right now, in my example, the three parts of a solution are in there. And it would have made my sibling understand what I was saying better without making him think that I was only there to complain. It's not so hard for the other person to hear their own faults if the person criticizing begins by admitting that they have made many mistakes too, and that they are far from perfect too. Admitting your mistakes even when you haven't corrected them can actually convince someone else to change their behavior. If you haven't been the best at finishing your work, you can encourage people maybe younger than you, like siblings or family members or friends, to actually try their best and finish their work. And in the end, it will actually work out because they can see the after effect it had on you, and then they will be motivated to change. Don't make the person stop or warn them about the dangers. You just tell them what it's done to you, and then they will see the after effect, and most likely they will eventually change. And it's a cycle because you would end up changing too. You need to use your experience to help others improve. Don't push them though. Tell them what you have done in the past, and then tell them how they are different than you are. Appreciate them first and then tell them where they could change. This can do wonders to human relations A good leader always follows this principle. Talk about your own mistakes before you criticize someone else. Yay, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for all the support. I really appreciate it. I hope that this topic helps you give better constructive criticism so that the other person can get better results. Please make sure to like, share, comment what you want to see below, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. That's all I have today. Have a motivational Monday. Peace. Bye.